Maybe the most important thing that we did for this community, we reject regulators and we fired Gary Gensler, and we're going to fire everybody like him.
Honestly, I would love to see some of the big banks go extinct, because honestly, they deserve it. And now all of a sudden you have crypto, which solves all the problems. It makes everything cheaper. It makes it faster. It makes it safer. It makes it more transparent. It makes the whole system more functional.
The XRP community and us have had our fights. The minute, or I would say the month, that they officially won against the SEC, yes, I changed my tune on it.
I feel like what we have in Washington right now is just a sea change. It's just a total comprehensive shift from being anti-innovation to being pro-innovation and being, much more future-oriented to the moon, right?
Payments-focused XRP trading bullishly above the Ichimoku cloud and 200-day simple moving average, with the average serving as strong support since early April.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow on the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.26. We got some more extra bullish news lined up for you. We got Ripple to pop things off. Payment providers and fintech companies with global user face the same challenge, sending value across borders fast at a low cost and at scale. Our latest cross-border payment guide explores the nitty-gritty of a payment flow, delving into what's possible, what needs to be fixed, and what's next. And it runs on XRP. Here goes the cross-border insight page here, a guide to international payments with XRP. What are cross-border payments? How cross-border payments work? Types of cross-border payments: automated clearinghouse, wire transfer, card payments, money transfer operators, crypto payments, cross-border payment examples, benefits of cross-border payments, expand to new markets, tap into global talent, improve cash flow and liquidity, reduce costs, strengthen customer and partner relationships, challenges with cross-border payments, high costs, slow settlement times, regulatory complexity, lack of transparency, shrinking corresponding banking network, risk of failed payments. XRP fixes this. Stu Alderati today, Ripple submitted an additional letter to the SEC's crypto task force addressing a key question from Commissioner Pierce's new paradigm speech: when does a digital asset separate from an investment contract? We appreciate the continued engagement with the task force. And here goes the letter to the crypto task force from Ripple. Dear members of the SEC crypto task force, XRP, the flippening. CoinDesk, the SEC has formally initiated a review of the Wisdom Tree XRP Trust, a proposed spot ETF that would provide investors with exposure to XRP without requiring them to directly hold the token. Holy ish, this is massive, this is big, this is huge. Seems I was completely wrong, XRP holders. Look at this news. Looks like this news is true. CoinDesk just in NASDAQ listed Vivo Power has raised $121 million to launch an XRP focused treasury strategy led by Saudi Arabia Prince Al Saud. So it begins. The flippening. XRP keeps winning. Bank XRP. Vivo Power unveils XRP centric digital asset treasury plan and secures US $120 million private placement at US $6.05 a share, above the recent NASDAQ closing price. Bagman bag ladies, we got RDC officially launching on First Ledger. Links in the description. Shout out to the RDC holders out there. We got some good stuff coming. Lock and load. Know what you hold. Riz XRP. Hey Gary, you still there?
Eliminating the rules, the red tape, and the lawfare. Eliminating the rules, the red tape, and the lawfare that we saw aimed at crypto by our predecessors. We're ending the weaponization of federal regulations against this community. To put it simply, Operation Choke Point 2.0 is dead, and it's not coming back under the Trump administration. And by the way, it's crazy that was ever even controversial, the idea of using the regulatory power of the government to crush an industry and to crush people who espoused a view that you didn't like. It's crazy, but let my words today serve as Operation Choke Point. Let me serve as its obituary. Now this is my vow to every single person here. You will never see this administration trying to handicap your community or diminish the impact it's had on the economy. Instead, we reject the Biden administration's legacy of death by 1,000 enforcement actions. We reject regulators. Maybe the most important thing that we did for this community, we reject regulators and we fired Gary Gensler, and we're going to fire everybody like him.
Upwards, onwards. Chris Larson in early 2023, when I funded the Change the Code campaign, my goal was to see if there was a way to turn Bitcoin into an accelerator for direct air capture. The campaign didn't work, and that's okay. Note, Ripple did not fund this campaign. Bitcoin's energy transition in the last couple years has been remarkable, using over 50% renewable energy sources, including hydropower, wind, and nuclear, per a recent Cambridge study, and often using trapped or flared gas, which should otherwise be wasted. I'm glad to see Scully back out in the world, serving as a reminder to the environmental stewardship and innovation. The skull of Satoshi, donated by Ripple to the Bitcoin community. The skull will now have a permanent home at the Bitcoin Museum in Nashville. Meanwhile, an update from Zaman is bringing a much requested feature amongst others. Payment request in any asset, not just XRP. Receive the asset you requested thanks to pathfinding, network aware, smart payments. XRP serves as the bridge currency thanks to pathfinding. Good morning, crypto. Breaking altcoin daily agrees XRP has a massive upside in 2025.
Institutional demand for Ethereum, for these altcoins, and jumpstart this altcoin run.
Now, you had a great interview on Friday where you talked a little bit about XRP. We got a big XRP community on our channel as well. Is there anything, are you optimistic about that? What are some of your thoughts on XRP?
The XRP community and us have had our fights. The minute, or I would say the month, that they officially won against the SEC, I changed my tune on it. Woo. People call me crazy for saying, hey, it's being sued by America, it's being sued by the government or the regulators. Why are you bearish? I'm like, okay, well, that reason I'm bearish. But when it flipped, clear skies, it's an American company, it's cleared by the SEC, one of the only few coins to be cleared by the SEC, and I think Brad Garlinghouse is in the trenches politically getting it done.
Love it, guys. And one thing we all agree on, crypto's here to stay in the USA.
If you had done deeper research, you'd see that the SEC lawsuit was more of a smokescreen than a real case. It caused confusion and delay, but ultimately it brought clarity. Those who looked beyond the headlines saw the potential of XRP long before the lawsuit ended and were loading up on those cheap XRPs. Crypto Eddy confirmation. XRP, by the way of F assets, FXRP will be one of the first eligible assets utilized to collateralize a stablecoin on the Supreme Layer 1 decentralized protocol. Flare Networks, utility matters. Riz XRP, the new administration is bullish. The future is bright for the digital assets. David Sachs, to the moon. The future is extra bullish.
I feel like what we have in Washington right now is just a sea change. It's just a total comprehensive shift from being anti-innovation to being pro-innovation and being, much more future-oriented and getting all the obstacles out of the way and helping the private sector innovate. And it's really just been incredible. It's been really fun to be part of. Like I said, I never anticipated that I'd be part of this administration. I'm just a guy from Silicon Valley who hosted a dinner, and then the next thing you know, I'm helping to drive this agenda in Washington. But I think that it's been really incredible to be part of and see the whole thing take shape.
Yeah, well said. Awesome. Thank you, David. It's hard to imagine a president, any other president, being able to do a fraction of this or accomplish that, or any administration. And we're just over 100 days. So it's pretty amazing that we still have a lot of time left.
No, it's incredible. I mean, we're basically 4 months in, so we still have, over 3.5 years. So I think just what we can accomplish over the next few years is going to be really incredible. What all of you guys are going to accomplish with Bitcoin is going to be incredible, and to the moon, right?
To the moon. Right. Well said.
To the moon. We got Euler Labs. Ripple's institutional grade stablecoin RLUSD is live on Euler. Users can borrow, lend, or use it as collateral. Incentives are now available for lenders. RLUSD. Euler. Here we got app.euler.finance. RLUSD supply APY 22.06%. Lending APY. Rewards APY Danelle Dixon, you're not just creating the blueprint for your project, you're crafting the blueprint for the future of finance. Join us this September in Rio. Stellar Org, you don't wait to change the future, you reconstruct it. Meridian 2025, the blueprint, Rio, September 17th through the 18th. Bank XRP fixes this.
Using the word hate, but honestly, I would love to see some of the big banks go extinct because honestly, they deserve it. You know, and the fact that they've been allowed to get away with murder for as long as they have is honestly kind of shocking. I use this analogy all the time, but obviously I run a very big real estate company. Every Friday at 5 o'clock, we're waiting for a wire to come in. The SWIFT system is broken, but not a single person outside the crypto community has talked about this system that's so fundamentally flawed. It works 40 hours a week, barely. You have traditional banking in this country that runs 9 to 5 with an hour and a half lunch break. Go try and get a mortgage on your house. It takes 120 days, of which case at the end of it, they deny you even though they've banked you forever. They say your money's safe when, you deposit $1 million in a bank and they keep $100,000 of it and they go spend your money somewhere else. You go try and pull out more than $5,000 and you're on some terrorist watch list somewhere. I mean, the whole system, guys, is broken. And now all of a sudden you have crypto, which solves all the problems. It makes everything cheaper. It makes it faster. It makes it safer. It makes it more transparent. It makes the whole system more functional.
XRP fixes this. No more middlemen. We got Joey Wallet. Joey has been submitted to the app stores while we wait for approval. Check out our new website. We got the Joey Wallet, your trusted crypto pouch. Hold tokens and NFTs, swap, explore, and stay in control. XRP Ledger, all in one. XRPL Wallet. Thinking crypto, mind-blowing crypto news this week has been nothing short of historic for crypto adoption. We're seeing moves that were once unthinkable now confirm the inevitable march towards global integration of digital assets. We got the Compliance Assistant release number 2025-1. 401k plan investments into cryptocurrencies, utility coins like XRP. We got some charts and a few other things to close out. CoinDesk XRP surged above key levels as 2 billion in dormant wallets eyes DeFi boom and spot ETF. Oops. Chart of the day.
Let's take a look at the chart of the day. Payments-focused XRP trading bullishly above the Ichimoku cloud and 200-day simple moving average, with the average serving as strong support since early April, fueled by ETF news and growing social media buzz around XRP Fi, the decentralized finance ecosystem on the XRP Ledger. Strobe Finance highlighting that over 4 million inactive XRP Ledger wallets holding over $2 billion in dormant XRP could be tapped for DeFi yield opportunities using Ripple's EVM sidechain. Moreover, the SEC has begun reviewing the Wisdom Tree XRP Trust, a proposed spot ETF offering exposure to XRP without direct token ownership. This marks the first SEC review of a US-based spot XRP ETF, potentially paving the way for similar crypto asset products. The SEC has 240 days to decide on the application while seeking public input on market manipulation and investor protection concerns.
Dark Defender, good morning, folks. I just wanted to share this one. One of the Templars requested an analysis for ZBEC. And in April, we identified the wave. How on earth can a wave hit 444% run exactly on our Fibonacci level? Expected pattern on the left, April 2025, pattern completed on the right, May 2025 with exactly 444% and followed also the fourth wave. This is fascinating. XRP is expected to do the same. And we got EggRack Crypto XRP bull flag updated logarithmic from the long-term breakouts. Prefer using logarithmic charts, especially in crypto because of its exponential growth over short periods. Log charts help analyze formations like bull flags when significant price changes are resolved. Approaches for illustration, I'll consider both logarithmic log and non-logarithmic linear approaches, along with the average, which is my preferred method for crypto targets due to liquidity factors unlike stocks. Results, logarithmic approach, $18, non-logarithmic approach, $5.50, average, $11.75. I usually apply a 15 to 20% variability to targets because crypto liquidity is still smaller compared to legacy markets, so targets can extend both ways, applying that range to our targets amount. And with that being said, Batman bag ladies, the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list as holders continue to sell their XRP positions. Top 10% holder drops to 2,487 XRP. The top 1% holder, 50,919 XRP. And the top 0.1% holder, 370,409 XRP. Number of XRP wallets recently just crossed the 6.5 million mark. The longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on a likey button. See you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Hey, told you you missed it, them riches jump off that ghost train. Totally good, now we blasting up off this third plane. Took the cheats and the codes and now we all run the game. Spit be splitting them split ups, deep state they getting drained. Jump in the pool of all these gains. Jumping, we shooting in slow motion like we Max Payne. We flipping, getting digits, 589K, we in this. Yeah, we wealthy, filthy, rich in this bitch. And these hoes don't know it, you didn't notice that we ghosting this hoe. They built the tunage, you need a tune up, hoping that they freaking hear it and you tune it. Ayy, 4-3 to earth and we moving like we the frequency. Bagging these bags and now we living that so equally. Adam and Eve, they GMO the apples. Batman back in this 4-3-2 and all the samples. Jump on that saddle, we waking up all the